And we're recording now, although we're not going out into Cambridge yet.
Okay.
In 14 seconds, we will be sharing. Yes, thank you. So this is going to be on our DVD, but not to the 4. We have not only one guest here, Connie Hill. She's a gift because she brings many other people to us, from William James to Mahatma Ghandi to who else?
Oh, Elvis, Michael Jackson, Julia Child, Mother Teresa.
Wow, who's your favorite? Has anyone touched you more than others?
My best experience, or my most meaningful experience, was when I sat and took a message from Liberace.
Yes.
And that was because I had been told that there were a number of other entities lined up waiting patiently to give messages for this book.
They take, there's like a bakery in heaven, there are numbers to get to talk to Connie. And they're trading them, actually, and bidding. It's like an auction. Yes, I lucked out. I got you for free. Wow.
But I remember sitting the day that Liberace came in, and I don't know how I identify the energy when it comes in, but I do, and I knew it was Liberace, and it would never have occurred to me to think of Liberace, you know, on any short list or whatever. And so I nearly laughed out loud with joy because it was so affirming of my experience, that because I would never have imagined him, no judgment on him, but for, you know, coming in for a message. So I guess that's a favorite.
Oh yeah, but did he say something that touched you especially?
He talked about many people living life too seriously, and that we didn't have to live it as seriously. There was no extra credit, you know, in life for living overly seriously. So, I mean, he did have a nice...
Did he tell you how to get the right balance between serious and...
Oh, I think we have to...
We have to figure that out. Oh, they don't give it, like, detailed recipes. Any other advice that has been helpful to you? Well, you told me about a hip. That was advice from someone else that was channeling, yeah.
Yes, that was not related to this book, but I certainly have received helpful information from Spirit. You know.
Now, could you teach us how to do this, or is this too dangerous for us mere?
Oh no, I think this kind of communication is possible for everyone, and I think with the vibration that's changing in Earth at this time, it will become more and more possible. It's already transformed from back in the days of Edgar Cayce and Jane Roberts. You had to go into trance to be able to channel, and that does places a great strain on the body, and that has really phased out in large measure. And I don't go into trance. I'm perfectly aware of what's going on. I'm sure I'm in an altered state of some sort, but I'm perfectly aware of what's going on.
And is it a nice state? Do you feel happy when this is happening?
Oh yes, it's very.
And you do it daily, or?
No, I did it. I think I took these messages for this book at the rate of 3 or 4 a week. You know, so I paced myself. Not that I needed to, but I did, and. No, I can go for quite some time without taking a message, and then it depends on what I'm working on.
And do they come again? Are they like friends, or is it like a one-night stand?
No, some come back. John Lennon came back for a second message. It was on the 30th anniversary of his passing, I think, and I'd been watching some programs about it, and I felt inspired. To sit and take a follow-up message from him.
Do you ask them questions? Hey, John, like any musical ideas for a new song? Or?
No, but I'm going to be working on that with John Denver at some point.
Oh, you're going to get some new? Yes, maybe. Can we make? Are we allowed to make a lot of money on this?
Oh, well, they know the reality of physical life in the sense that we have to earn a living.
Now,
But I
could they
mean
get-
that is absolutely not the point, of course.
I can't get like a sequel to Imagine and from John Lennon.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't know yet. I mean, I've sung Imagine several times. I mean, I relate to that. So maybe there will, and I've will be sitting more for more messages.
So can we ask for stuff?
Well, the reason that I didn't for this book and would hesitate, I would, yes, I would in terms of music or help with that. But for this book, I did not ask for specific entities or specific questions. Because I wanted to make sure that I kept integrity about the process, and that for me required that I was clear that they were coming to me, and that's why the importance of the Liberace message was so joyful for me, because he clearly came to me. I mean, there was not a thought anywhere in my conscious, or I'm sure unconscious mind about that. So I don't seek out. I would rather open myself for the energies, and in case you're wondering, or listeners are, about well, what about darker energy or
Yes.
this? I set my intention very, very clearly about wanting the highest and best. That's part of my
Only nice
industry.
spirits. If you're not nice, go somewhere else. Yes.
Well, I just don't even
You don't even
discuss
think of
them
that
that
nice.
way. But I mean, I know that my intention is to take messages that are helpful to others, and
Yes.
that I'm only opening myself to what's highest and best. And I've never had a bad experience with that.
Wow.
So that that's how I operate, and so I don't.
But we can't get
Worry
like
about
tips
that.
for the stock market or where Osama bin Laden is or stuff like that. These guys must know a lot.
Those
And gals.
those are more inclined to be called psychic, and that's
Because this is
probably-
wisdom. This is wisdom. Don't be as cheap and as unelevated as I to think you want little stuff. This is wisdom from beyond by H. What does the H stand for?
Helen.
Helen Const. Do you know what Helen means? In Greek?
One thinks of Helen of Troy beauty, but I don't think it means that.
Torch and light.
Oh, how lovely.
Yes, so you're both warm torch and light, and a constant torch and light. Yes.
Yes, the constant.
So this
yes,
is H. Constant Hill, and you can. How can we get the? We can't advertise in this book, but how could we get to see this book? Anyone?
The website for the book is Diamond Clear Vision.
Diamond. We can remember that, can't we, Cambridge folks? Clear
Vision.
and vision,
Yes.
and that's
.com.
.com, not ordinary vision, not ordinary clear vision. This is diamond clear. Wow, this is you can feel it. So this must be nice. So you're never lonely.
Well, it is true. You did ask if
Are they
came-
friends? Do they love you? Do you like them? Do you flirt?
Oh, I do like them, and I must say, even though I haven't taken subsequent messages from many of them, virtually every day I at least get a kind of hello from one of them. I mean, whether I'm going to buy stamps and there's Mother Teresa on a recent stamp, or whether I'm in an exercise class and Michael Jackson's song starts playing,
Yes.
and then a Frank Sinatra song. They're just every day, or an Ella Fitzgerald music playing, that, or I read something in the newspaper about Gandhi. Just virtually every day. One of them sort of checks in that way. I mean,
Just in the world, as you feel.
just
that-
in the
yeah.
world, and that is another thing about these 35 entities. Although they're all clearly in spirit, because we know they're so well known that we know they're not with us on the earth plane at the moment, but they are so much a part of our contemporary culture still that probably everyone comes across maybe one of them every day.
And what,
I just
and what are
happen
they
to be
doing?
aware.
What are they doing in this spirit world? Do they?
Oh, they're living a very vibrant, full life. That's one of the messages that comes through in many of the messages.
I mean,
how thrilling.
Tennis, dancing, singing, what is...
I think it was Paul Newman who said, and I took a message from him a month after he passed.
Yes.
And he said that everything that was available on earth that was harmless was available in spirit to do. So, and he even said...
there might not be relationships, though, then, because relationships are hard. Right?
Well... Yes, but
very hard, and maybe not bad. No junk food. What about all of his pretzels and?
Oh, I think that anything's
harmful.
available, but you don't really need food and spirit. And Julia Child
No eating in heaven.
Yeah, Julia Child makes some interesting comments about that. She said, "You might think that I'd mind that." She said, "But I don't."
They don't
no
eat
problem.
so that the Last Supper
don't
is not.
need to.
There's no Last Supper repeatedly again and again. A great banquet. No dancing.
Oh, I'm sure this day. Oh,
but
well,
no
yes,
eating.
and we've got Fred Astaire talking about, well, he talks about dancing here, movement, how important that is.
Okay, so we get this clear. So there's dancing, sports, also, just no
yes,
eating.
Yes, and Paul Newman said he was the only person that made reference to someone on earth in his message. He said Joanne should note that there are, or Joanna should know, his wife, that there are fast cars in
there's
spirit.
cars.
But you know, who knows what kind of reality these are? But certainly, obviously, they can be manifested mentally or whatever.
And what about all the bad people? What about you said there's no harmful things.
Well, I think when we get back to spirit, everyone assesses what their past life was about and is given healing treatment if they've really fallen off the track.
That for most of us, yes.
Oh, but I mean really off the track. But
I teach women in prison, so there's a lot of off track.
Yes. But there's no judgment really. I mean, there's just unconditional love in spirit as.
So George Bush can kill all those people in Iraq and no judgment at all?
Not the judgment in the way we use it, but here on earth in the human terms, we can't see, we don't have the perspective that people have from spirit. And I'm not talking about enlightenment, I'm just talking about the perspective of being in a non-physical realm and seeing the way things truly are. And that's not to say that there isn't learning and growth necessary.
There too, they're learning stuff too.
Oh,
Does
yes,
Gandhi,
absolutely.
Gandhi might have a lot to teach Paul Newman, probably.
Yes, but Paul Newman, one of the things he said is he was delighted. He said he was so excited, and I don't know how he came to it, but he said to discover so soon that this kind of communication was possible. And I do think it will be increasingly possible
nice
for more and more people.
Talk to Gandhi and Newman. So this is, in case you're wondering, this is Wisdom from Beyond by Helen Constant Hill. And it can be, you can get information about it on, see if I remember it, Clear Diamond Vision? No, I don't have it right. What is it?
Diamond Clear Vision.
Diamonds come first. This is a woman. Diamonds come first. Clarity comes second, and then vision. DiamondClearVision.com. And you can find out more about this book. Wisdom. Do you need wisdom from beyond? You have enough wisdom here and now? No. You can get more and learn. Now, so we're learning that. So they have conversations and they grow too, right?